Time have a reputation for making some of the best bikes in the industry. Most of us have seen that wild video of Time's manufacturing process, weaving carbon fibre strands together on a loom. It really is a work of art. I have here the latest ADH X, which was released a few weeks ago. The frame set is a size extra small. We've built it up with Shimano Ultegra Di2 12-speed, Envy Foundation 45 carbon wheels, which I stole from Nick at the bike shop, Pirelli P0 Race RSs in 28mm set up tubeless, Zip Service Course 38cm bar and 100mm stem, Ultimate Carbon seat post, and Cell Italia Boost SLR S3 saddle.
And it weighs 7.9 kilos. It's what you would expect, I think. It's light, but not really light. It's not like extreme, but then I wouldn't expect it to be extremely light.
Time's range of bikes has recently changed, and it's got smaller. And one of the gravel bikes is now an all-road bike, and I'm confused. Over to Jimmy to explain the changes, because all of that is as clear as mud.
One of the reasons Time have lent us this bike is they want to convey that the ADH X isn't a race gravel bike and is a relaxed road bike with large tyre clearance. So they've now got rid of the pure road bike, which was the Alpe d'Huez, and now that has been replaced by the ADH X, and now they also have, in addition to the ADH X, the ADH X 45, which is the pure gravel bike with tyre clearance up to 45s. The main difference between the road one, which is now no longer available, and the ADH X, which we have here, is the tyre clearance. The one they've got rid of had tyre clearance of 28, which is weird how old-fashioned that now feels. And this has tyre clearance up to 38 mils. So it's good for loads of riding, including like gravel, if you wanted to put some knobblier tyres on it. Or what Francis and myself are getting more into the habit of, is just riding really big road tyres because they're comfortable and lovely, and we don't care about how fast we're actually going, as long as it rides well and feels good.
They're labelling this as an all-road bike in their marketing material now. In their words, it marks the perfect mix of all-day comfort and versatility on or off-road. Really though, it's just a road bike with sensible geometry. It's got some extra mounts and really good tyre clearance, but not good enough for a gravel bike, which is what it was previously marketed as. You can fit up to 38mm slicks or 35mm knobblies, according to their website. That'll be great for a lot of people, but maybe don't expect to take this bike down some single track. I've put on some regular road tyres, these Pirelli P-Race Zeros, and I punctured straight away. But other than that, they feel really good. With all the internet hype, I was expecting big things. And I have to admit, it does ride really nice. Is it superbike feeling like the Pinarello F or the Villia Vertical that we tested? No, but it's significantly cheaper. And I think most of that feeling comes down to the other frame sets being so much lighter. This feels fantastic across the board. It's stiff, but not too stiff, so it doesn't feel horrible like some aero frames. I've ended up riding a lot of bikes doing this job, and there's some where you just jump on them and they feel right. This is one of those bikes.
Something that we love about Time bikes is that they're modern, but there is something a bit traditional to them. So the cabling is integrated into the frame, but you still have a traditional collared seat clamp, which just makes it really easy to use. The livability score on a bike like this is astronomical because it all just functions but still looks great. It's a really nice balance of being super modern but still just traditional and beautiful and has some kind of grace to it. It's a normal round seat post. The one you've already got on your existing bike probably fits on this one as well. It's completely normal bars and stems as you're used to using. It arrives with a data headset that can account for cables going straight into it. It all just works. And that's what we love about bikes, when they just work. Have you charged at the Di2?
In terms of sizing, this is an extra small, which has a 52cm top tube and a 366mm reach. Could ride a small, but I'm sort of in between sizes, so I went for the smaller one. I'd rather have a longer stem, primarily for road use, and the position's been fantastic. It's certainly not a race bike geometry, which is nice when I'm out riding, doing normal stuff on my bike. There isn't anything smaller than an extra small, so if you are shorter, Jimmy's 170 centimeters, and if you're much shorter than him, then you would struggle finding the right size. XL is their larger size with a 58 centimeter chop tube and a reach of 397 millimeters. Pretty standard range of sizes for a bike brand, but I would love to see more on the ends of the spectrum.
Where did you find this road, Nick? He's great, he's found switchbacks in the northeast.
It wasn't easy in my heavy gear.
Price. The ADH X I have here comes in at a few different price points depending on the paint that you choose. The frame set with flip paint, like the one here or in a couple of different colorways, comes in at $3,999. Gloss carbon is cheaper at $3,799, and no paint at all for $3,599. This puts the build that we have here into our remortgage your house category. But if you were savvy, you could build this frame set up much more conservatively for less money.
There's definitely a trend coming through we're seeing with flip paints in bikes. So Giant's new bike has got a flip paint on it. There's definitely an Athos, which actually has a specialized Athos that has nearly the same color as the one you're riding, Francis. It's just definitely coming through flip. I guess it's a relatively easy way of a bike brand making something look cooler and more fancy because it's still just a paint rather than having to do a super complex like hand taping and all of this process. So I quite like it though. I've always been into flip paints. I think they look cool.
So time seems to be undergoing some fairly big changes. Not only has the range had a shake-up, their standard road bike is no longer available, I assume to make room for something else coming out, but they've also just acquired a 140,000 square foot factory space in South Carolina. This will be the biggest carbon fiber bicycle manufacturing plant in the USA. Currently they manufacture in Slovakia. Does this mean they're going to be stopping that and moving all the manufacturing to the USA? What will this mean for the quality of the frames? And what will this mean for the price of the frames? We're going to have to wait and see. Time don't need this frame back for a few weeks, so I'm going to rack up some miles on it and report back. Thank you for watching. If you guys have had any experience with Time bikes yourself, let us know in the comment section down below what it was like. Please subscribe for more, and thank you for watching.